I've been a follower of Wayne Dyer's work since I received the book called Real Magic. That was a book that opened me up to reminding me that there's something greater than ourselves in this world and the way we think. And he once said something simple and enduring, and he said, "You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are." And this sentence rang true for me because it describes how life actually moves, and it describes how my creative life unfolded. Early on, I wanted recognition, I wanted opportunity, I wanted doors to open. What I carried inside me at the time was effort, hope, and uncertainty. So that's what showed up around me. I met people who were unsure but enthusiastic. I found opportunities that required proving myself over and over again. I worked hard for moments that felt fragile and temporary. Now, this wasn't failure by any means, rather it was alignment. And at that stage of my life, I was still asking for permission internally. So the world reflected situations that required approval, validation, and patience. But over time, that changed. I stopped chasing the feeling of being chosen. I started to show up as someone already committed to his work. I kept creating even when no one was watching. I recorded, wrote, refined, returned to the work itself again and again, and I began to treat my voice with respect. And the field around me shifted. Conversations became calmer, opportunities felt steadier, and people met me with trust instead of testing. And not because I wanted different outcomes, because I carried a different state, a different energy or frequency. Wayne Dyer wasn't talking about wishful thinking, he was pointing to coherence. And your internal posture sets the tone of your interactions. Your nervous system communicates before your words do. Your expectations shape how others respond to you. This is something psychology has observed clearly. Research on self-concept and expectancy effects shows that people unconsciously behave in ways that confirm how they see themselves. Your posture, timing, tone, and choices all align with that inner image, and others respond to that alignment without needing an explanation. In simple terms, people meet you where you already stand. When I saw myself as a creator in progress, life brought me lessons. And when I carried myself as a creator at work, life brought collaboration. The principle works quietly. It works in the rooms you enter. It works in the emails you send. It works in how long you stay with an idea before giving up on it, something I've done often. It also works on the days nothing happens. Those days test who you believe you are when no reward arrives. I've had many days recently where I sat down to record or write with no external pressure at all, no deadline, no demand, no audience expectation. Just me and the work. And those days, they're shaping everything that is following. And that's when attraction stabilizes because life responds most reliably to consistency of being. There's also relief in this teaching because it removes the strain of forcing outcomes. It invites steadiness instead. You don't need to convince life of your worth. You demonstrate it through how you live with yourself. That's the quiet power Wayne Dyer was pointing to. Your presence is your signal, your habits are your declaration, and your inner agreement sets the tone of what comes toward you. And yes, sometimes this shows up in very ordinary moments. It just could be a conversation that flows without effort, or a decision that feels settled instead of debated. a chance meeting that fits where you already are. So here's the tiny daily kick for today. Spend a few moments noticing how you hold yourself internally. Notice the assumptions you carry about your work, your voice, or your value. Then choose to show up as the person already aligned with what you're building, the steadier, more balanced version of yourself. And life listens to steadiness. Wayne Dyer understood that attraction begins with agreement, the agreement that you make with yourself. And when that agreement becomes really clear, the outside world follows with so much less resistance. Until next time, I'm Jason Stephenson. Imagine boldly, then go out and live it.